Good afternoon. This is the news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I am Anoluwapo Idowu. Troops of Operation Hadinkai have neutralized 16 insurgents, rescued 11 hostages, and arrested suspected terrorist drug suppliers in Borno State. This was disclosed in a statement by the Media Information Officer, Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai, Lieutenant Colonel Sani Uba. According to him, the 16 terrorists were neutralized on February 9th when troops in synergy with the Civilian Joint Task Force launched a counter-offensive along the Komala axis of Konjuga local government area, following an earlier attack on the military base on February 5th. The Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, in collaboration with the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Women's Health, has begun coordinating interventions to tackle challenges affecting Nigerian women. The Senior Special Assistant, Dr. Adana Steinaka, disclosed this during a meeting with women leaders, civil society groups, and NGOs in Abuja. She said the initiative adopted a nationwide approach aimed at prioritizing women's health in national development efforts. Moving on, residents and other concerned stakeholders have called for a cleaner and more sustainable environment, urging the provision of more garbage bins and stronger cooperation between the public and government. In this report, Taiwo Olanrewaju examines the growing concerns over environmental degradation in the state.
Residents and other concerned stakeholders have called for a clean and sustainable environment, urging greater public government cooperation, improved sanitation practices, and provision of more garbage bins. Findings show that poor environmental conditions are negatively affecting internally generated revenue in many states across Nigeria, as sanitation challenges continue to impact commercial activities and public health. In Oyo State, the environment sector has been identified as one of the areas with weak performance under the Seyi Makinde-led administration, despite the appointment of 4 commissioners since 2019. Visits to major markets, including Gbagi, Ojo, and Bodija international markets, indicate that more effective measures are needed to tackle environmental degradation and pollution. Some traders and the social commentator called for stronger collaboration between traders and government.
We need the cooperation of the people with the Oyo State government to make environment to be more better than this.
The night we will clean the place, we sweep it and pack it. When we come the next day, we will clean it and pack it. And most of us, as you can see, we have waste bin there. Whatever we eat or we do, we put it inside the waste bin.
Reacting, Governor Seyi Makinde, while swearing in the 4th Commissioner for Environment and Natural Resources, Ademola Adenrito, said the government is ready to enforce environmental laws and daily sanitation measures to address indiscriminate waste disposal, pollution, and environmental degradation.
The challenging ministry is one of the areas that we have not been able to perform as I would have loved to see.
Over time, in the environment, in waste management, climate action, environment protection, and several other things like that, is trying to sharpen our axe. Now we're ready to cut it down.
Recall that the state government has, in the last 3 years, inaugurated an environmental task force, and there are expectations that renewed efforts under the new commissioner will promote a healthier environment and improve sanitation standards across the state. Taiwo Olanrewaju, reporting for Dominion News.
And away from Oyo State now to Lagos, where the Lagos State government has announced the partial closure of Lagos to Abeokuta Expressway for 4 weeks, beginning today. The closure is to allow the Federal Ministry of Works to carry out rehabilitation on sections of the road. The Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Osiemi, said the affected stretch is between the U-turn bus stop and Sango toll gate, impacting both inbound and outbound lanes. Motorists have been advised to plan their journeys accordingly. And on the foreign scene, Zimbabwe's cabinet has approved the proposed constitutional amendment aimed at extending President Emmerson Mnangagwa's tenure to 2030. A move that has drawn strong opposition and criticism. The changes include extending the presidential term from 5 to 7 years and allowing Parliament to elect the president instead of the electorate. Justice Minister Ziyambi said the bill will undergo legal review before being presented to Parliament. Opposition figures insist the amendment require approval by 2/3 of Parliament and a national referendum, vowing to resist what they describe as an attempt to undermine the Constitution. Still on the foreign scene, 9 people were killed and 27 others injured after a shooting at a secondary school and nearby residence in Western Canada. Police said that the incident happened in Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia, where 6 people were found dead at the school, while another victim died on the way to the hospital. 2 of the injured are in serious condition. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police confirmed that the suspect later took their own life but declined to release details about the shooter's identity. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney described the attack as horrific and said he was suspending a planned trip to Munich Security Conference in response to the tragedy. And talking sport, Nigeria's sole athlete at the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics, Samuel Ikpefen, has finished 65th in the men's sprint classic qualification. Ikpefen clocked a time of 3 minutes, 33.31 seconds, but failed to advance as only the top 30 qualified for the next round. The 3-year-old cross-country skier is competing at his 2nd consecutive Winter Olympics, having previously represented Nigeria at Beijing 2022. Norway's Johannes Kleber won gold in the event, his 2nd title in the Games. Ikpefen will now return to action on Friday, and the men's 10-kilometer interval start free. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast, and X at Dominion Cast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television. I am Anu Oluwapo Edo. Thank you for watching.